Well, Lucky Cat's Lucky Kyo back, finally, with Monster Prom! I was busy and I couldn't play it, but now I can. Yep.
I can do this.
That's fine. Skip. Welcome to the stupidest pop quiz ever. What is your spirit emoji? Caucasian girl with a turban because fuck stereotypes. Snowman because that motherfucker is in the middle of a blizzard and he's fucking smiling. He doesn't give a fuck about blizzards. And he has a kick-ass hat. Octopus emoji, best animal on earth. I know 5 mixed drinks, 3 drug cocktails, and 17 sex positions that involve one or several octopi. Snowman. You get the chance to produce a movie. It's based on the most influential Russian novelist of the XIX century have gone nuts. They don't remember anything about last night and know they can't find the manuscript of the brothers Karamazov and Dostoevsky has to deliver it today. 2 cool guys walking away from rad explosions, and they don't look at the explosions. They don't give a fuck about explosions. They reflect on life and love. But it is super dope and kick-ass because they do so walking away from never-ending explosions. Something about superheroes, but with a love triangle between a beautiful yet somewhat relatable girl. Maybe she's always stating she's a mess. And two of the super hot superheroes, which are also like vampires or pirates or both. Instant hit. What criteria would you use to name your children? Meh, no name? It's just too much work. My name plus the second. Something simple and friendly like Bobby or Mary. Just a swear word. A non-heteronormative name to give them the freedom to define themselves on their terms. I will research a name that is pun-proof and joke-proof. No one will pick up them.
All right.
Ooh, I am. Ooh, look at that creativity. Oof. Yeah, that's creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. Later, you hear Vera and Liam in a heated conversation, which seems to contain some pretty sexually explicit language, so naturally, you go eavesdrop. Speaking as a male, I can say that even I grow weary of the infantilizing anatomy of the male gaze. Thank you. See? I want to advocate for the Gorgon gaze instead, but that would just turn people rock hard. That's not an erection joke. People would die. Personally, I think hentai is the source of the problem. It's so unrealistic. Hello, I'm not a 2D drawing, I'm a real vampire.
Pathetic.
I know! Even I can't keep up with standard hentai setting. What, I'm supposed to just grow a dick during sex?
So mainstream.
And all the women are drawn exactly the same. there's even less body type diversity than at this school. Plus, I don't think anyone in real life has ever willingly dressed as tentacle ex-senpai. What's with all the tentacles anyway? Because half the studio heads are cracking, Slam. No tea, no shade to the women who do enjoy tentacle porn. I know at least 3 of my sneaks do, but I won't out them. But I do think there should be a more diverse offering for those of us who'd like something less sexual. Agreed. Hentai should be more artistic, redraw explicit scenes in the style of great artists such as Picasso and Magritte. Don't send a misogynistic kraken to do a feminine gorgon's job. You should open your own hentai studio.
Not bad.
It should be more artistic. Now there's a fresh idea and an untapped demographic. I have no doubt that there are scores of monsters itching to combine sexual gratification and artistry.
Not bad.
I can see it now. Picasso-esque tentacle beasts with off-killer tentacles coming out of their eyes and mouths. Stare at females made up of thousands of little dots that are nipple-icy or a stipple. Chaggle BDSM, monsters beaten blue and blue. It's perfect. They'll be so busy appreciating artistry, they'll have no time to objectify the subject matter.
Cool.
Thank you, Yo. You rock our world like, well, classics pornography mashups. They hurry off to discuss further ways to get off to art, improving the world greatly for them, for you, and for all lovers of hentai and art classics. You gain 2 smarts and 1 creativity.
All right.
You approach Liam and Vera at their table, but before you can sit down, Vera holds up a hand.
Pathetic.
Stop. This is the cool people table, where only cool people are allowed.
So mainstream.
I would agree with what Vera just said, but agreeing is something only uncool people do. Wouldn't you agree, Vera? Nice try, Liam, but I think we're getting away from the point. This interloper still wants to sit with us. Well, if he wants to sit with us, he is going to have to prove he is as cool as we are. But without, trying to prove it, trying is so uncool. So, what's it gonna be? Well, I guess I'll be going then, because there's no way anyone could ever be as cool as Liam. Wait, was that sarcasm? No, of course not. Yellow was clearly being totally sincere. There it was again. Are you two doing this on purpose? Now why on earth would we do that? Gah, I can't tell whether you're being sincere or ironic. So. Cool. Everyone knows clear and efficient communication is the least cool thing of all. You've wooed me with your open disdain for language. I can't tell if you're being sincere or not. Exactly. Vera and Liam invite you to sit with them and chat. By the end of lunch, none of you has any idea what anyone else meant. So cool.
All right.
Alright. Charm, please. I'm also going to turn down my volume a wee bit. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. You notice Damien and Liam are arguing as intensely as they are stupidly. You're not unique. I'm fucking unique. Ha, you wish. I'm unique like a snowflake made out of flash-frozen tears. Well, I'm unique like a snowflake made of flash-frozen. Fuck you! I'm so unique, I eat garlic with every meal. Big deal! I'm so unique I got a tattoo of baby Jesus on my ass. Young. I'm so unique I let victims suck my blood. Weak. I'm so unique I go to church every Sunday. Hey, I'd do that too if I wasn't allergic. Would not. Would too.
What a noob.
Bite me, turd.
Lame.
Don't text me, Mrs. Don't loser. This could go on forever, and if it does, you'll never get to smooch either of them. It's up to you to put an end to this debate once and for all. He suggests they decide the issue by number of Instagram followers, tomb robbery contest. Number of Instagram followers. A brilliant idea. I'm surprised I didn't think of it sooner. Damien, how many Instagram followers do you have? By Instagram followers, do you mean number of people I punched? I do not. Fuck. As Liam proceeds to embarrass Damien with his Instagram stats, the skinny vampire shoots you a silent look of thanks. Congratulations on finally figuring out a legitimate use for Instagram. You gain 2 creativity and 1 charm.
All right.
Alright, let's go have some fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point, there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun. But Liam isn't paying attention to any of that. He corners you afterwards to lecture you on Instagram filters. What no one seems to understand about filters is that they're not about making pictures better. They're about making pictures browner and harder to see. That's why I use my own proprietary filter for almost all my photos. Infinite help. It's also probably why I only have 6 Instagram followers, but we must all make sacrifices for our art. In any case, I have to go. There's a dead rat in the parking lot I simply must document. As soon as Liam is gone, Miranda peeks out of an air conditioning duct. Goodness, the situation is even more dire than I thought. If Operation Make Liam popular again is to succeed, we must get started immediately. What's that? Why yes, of course you're part of my operation. I unwillingly force people into my service all the time. Oh, you want to know why it's called Operation Make Liam Popular again? Well, he's been alive for like centuries, right? I'm sure he must have been popular at some point. I'll check the history books later. There's no time now. Bayswater is getting Liam more Instagram followers. I took the liberty of having my royal spies discover the password to his account so we can give it a total makeover. But what to do? Use his account to post a bunch of porn and bomb recipes. Pay 1 million homeless people. Mm. What is porn? Never mind, if you suggested it, it must be something very classy and suitable. I shall put you in charge of curation. Porn away, comrade. You turn Liam's account into Instagram's #1 resource to find weird tits and domestic terrorism. Shockingly, this turns out fine. There you are. I wanted to share the greatest news. I'm Instagram infamous. Apparently, my favorite game was so edgy that the backwards administration decided to close my account. But not before I amassed over 3 million followers that all follow me to my new website, hotliampics.com. Of course, I'm utterly devastated that my work has finally become mainstream. Yes, this is the worst, and I am not at all happy or excited about this. Anyway, I have to go take pictures of my lunch. My fans are waiting. You're not sure if they're waiting for what Liam thinks they're waiting for? But whatever works, right? You gain 2 creativity and 1 charm.
All right.
Alright. As you approach your chosen table, you see Liam carefully framing his carefully arranged jelly desserts for a transcendent food pick when FOODPIC Randall's picks the victory! What does that even mean? When I say food, you say pick! Food! Pick! No. Food! Pick!
Enough.
Stop. 2, 4, picks, 8. We do we appreciate food picks? Food picks! God! Seize this instant. Chanting at this instant. What? I'm trying to help you take the best food pick. You've been trying to take this food pick for like 20 minutes now. You gotta snap a little pick so you can eat your tasty food. I don't eat, Scott. I only ordered this food so I can take pictures of it. And you're not helping.
Oh, bro.
I know. My cheerleading isn't good enough. What I need is a cheer partner to take me to the next level. No, what you need is this quick kick in the... But it's too late. Scott's already chosen you as his cheer partner. Now it's up to you. What will the 2 of you do? We gotta pick up Liam and toss him in the air. Liam's food picks are art, so we gotta use art to cheer him on. Quiet art of mine. You lead Scott in a totally artistic, totally silent mime cheer that involves an invisible rope, an invisible dog sled, and an invisible hot dog buffet. You eventually leave Scott trapped inside a tiny box and move with Liam to another table. Thanks for saving me from that true food photography, or as I call it, the photographist ailments cannot be rushed. Are you sure he's okay over there in that box? You're pretty sure he's fine. You let him out at the end of lunch and he licks your face. But most importantly, Liam tags you in his triumphant food pick. Is this for real? Alright.
Alright.
I just said that. Bonus. Charm, fun, and money. I'll go get money. Because the shop's in the bathroom. After you spend some time on the library's PCs, spending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose 10 karma, which isn't as bad in this game, so who cares? And you gain 2 money. Suddenly you hear an outburst of swearing so eloquent, you can't possibly repeat it. You can see what it's all about. We've been over it 11 times, Scott. I'm sorry, remember Yellow, come help us. I'm trying to help Scott with tomorrow's history test. So far, it seems like the biggest challenge I've ever faced. I gave him a copy of last year's test, but he still battles me with new levels of every time. Liam, I just can't. These questions are so complex and smart. For God's sake, Scott. That one isn't even a question. You have to put your name there. I'm sorry, Liam. I'm really trying. If only there was a way to make me learn things good. He's a werewolf, right? How about we give him a biscuit every time he gets something right? Make him your homework. Maybe that will help somehow. How about giving him a biscuit? You start slow with basic questions, throwing Scott a bacon treat every time he gets an answer right. The results are remarkable. This is amazing! I'm so smart now! See, we just had to find the right approach. Actually, it's been so effective, I need to experiment with it a bit. Scott, where is the best weed sweater I've been searching for all week? Scott closes his eyes and focuses on the bacon treat until he seems struck by divine inspiration. It's under your bed! Amazing. I'll check on that later, but it seems he's now capable of answering any question, as long as we offer him a treat in exchange. Let's go hardcore. Scott, what's life's meaning? Scott answers the question, and your life's changed forever. He also passes the history test the next day. Hooray! You gain 3 smarts for your recent enlightenment. I'm very smart. I'm also very charming.
All right.
Bathrooms, please. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits, but you gain 2 boldness. Afterwards, Miranda beckons you from a darkened corner. Psst, co-conspirator, over here. Phase 1 of Operation Make Liam Popular Again was an overwhelming success. Liam is internet popular. Now we just need to make him real life popular. And what a better way than by making him Prom King? Unfortunately, when I asked him to run for Prom King, he said, and I quote, never, 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 not in 1,000 years. And that's not an exaggeration, because I've been alive for 1,000 years and I've never run for Prom King, so there you go. Which was clearly his cryptic way of saying he wants us to make him Prom King. My first thought was to murder the current Prom King after establishing Liam as his rightful heir. But I couldn't find any bloodline charts to work from. So I suppose we must engage in this democratic election the school is holding. Now, how can we secure a win for Liam when he is opposed to running or making any efforts to win? I'll dress up as Liam, pay 1 million people. Damn it. This is gonna work, and he's not gonna want to be my prom date. Ah, of course, election rigging. The old standby. I'll summon my father's royal vote buyer immediately, telling me how does one elect a king? Later, you watch the Prom King election forecast. You're not quite sure why your school has its own royalty forecast, or who pays for it. And it says that, unsurprisingly, Liam will win by almost 1 million votes advantage. I don't know what to say. Who knew there were 1 million monsters at the school who thought I should be Prom King? Come to think of it, who knew there were 1 million monsters at the school? This burning in my chest. This shame at having at last become mainstream, or is it? Joy. Nope, it's neither. I just need to drink somebody's blood. Catch you later. Liam does catch you later. And you take him out to get a fresh tuxedo. He's never looked hotter. You gain 2 fun and 1 creativity.
All right.
You find Polly and Liam not eating as usual, because they're undead. The food in the spirit of the terror really is atrocious. It's hardly even worthy of my Instagram. What? I don't even eat the food. Stevie, this is exactly what I mean. We can do so much better than these subpar culinary portions. I see what you mean. You mean the two of us should have a cook-off? What? No. Did you say something? I'm not listening because I'm so psyched about this cook-off. At no point did I agree to. I've got a huge advantage though because I've cooked up so many drugs. Oh, you think you got the advantage, huh? I've been alive for centuries of culinary history. It's on. The two of them dash into the kitchen, ignoring all rules of law, school, and common decency as they commence cooking. 2 celebrity chef judges appear to critique the challengers. I think they're both equally horrible, says the cruel British judge. I think they're both equally marvelous, says the overly nice British judge. Both judges turn to you. What do you think, tiebreaker judge? Whose meal truly is a cat's pajamas? Liam's, because I think that glass jar of fresh human blood really goes with the parsley he sprinkled on top. Ha, in your face, Wolfgang Soap. That would be a better name for Scott. I'm not even a wolf. As a matter of fact, that would be a better name for you. Oh, what? Because I'm a vampire? Wow, that would totally make sense. No, I just meant because you suck. Well, this sucker, you just wowed the judges with my blood tartare. It's raw, organic, free-range blood, unethically sourced from a local, terrified human. And that parsley, farm to table, or rather, farm to blood, the third in the blood. I liked the color. Actually, it's well known that nobody knows what parsley tastes like. And you probably never will, because you're certainly not drinking any of that concoction. You tell Liam his prize for winning the cook-off is eating lunch alone with you. Slip, slip.
All right.
All right. Nope. More bold, please. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. But you don't stop there. You want the whole world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you write some graffiti on the wall. No way. The graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck. And you know what? It turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall! A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain 2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, look at you. After you finished your business, you hear a commotion in the next stall. It'd be polite to just ignore it and move on. Unfortunately, a cave troll taught you manners, so you kick the door open. Miranda and Liam are huddled around some bathroom graffiti, and they seem a bit confused. Maybe it's the password to a highly exclusive event. But what if people aren't smart enough to figure it out? And why make it secret? Well, obviously they don't want outsiders to get in. For the spear, that's how it starts. What starts? The revolution! They're having a coup! No, it's probably like a party or something. Parties? That's exactly what revolutions are about! I'm too young to have a revolution! You're not sure why this random piece of bathroom scrawl is so important? But this is a great opportunity to impress them both. You confidently tell them. Isn't it obvious? It's an exclusive download code for the internet's hottest multimedia dating sim. Human Prom. That's Polly's number. Human Prom. Liam and Miranda listen with breathless attention as you explain the gripping premise of Human Prom. Up to 4 friends select dynamic human avatars and compete to win the affections of one of 6 quirky humans. Did you know how to conquer a human's heart? Winky face. Miranda stops hyperventilating. Liam's eyes go wide with admiration. You take a breath. It was a long story, and you told it all without breathing for some reason. My word, you're right. It's a QR code. I didn't recognize it because no one ever uses those. So indeed. It's like finding the game was a game itself. A game within a game. It's so innovative. I must play it immediately. Wait! Make sure it's not a revolutionary VR game! Liam runs to the library with super vampire speed, while Miranda follows him to make sure he doesn't do anything subversive. Little does Liam know, his game within a game is within this game. Also, you've got game. You gain 2 fun and 1 smarts. I need to stop gaining smarts.
Alright.
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take any more, so you valiantly go straight to the other teams later and start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist. You gain 10 righteousness. This game is so wrong in so many ways. You would be lucky if you could do anything with that. You're too charmed. Of course, Liam got eliminated way early and has been sitting on the bleachers ever since. When you go over and ask him if he's okay, he snorts.
Hey.
Of course I'm okay. This is the best gym class I've had this year because I didn't actually have to do gym. That's the problem with this class. They make you do exercise. I'm a mental athlete. My mental gymnasium is the mind. It smells better and no one tries to pat your butt for giving 110%. I've tried telling that to Coach, but he just says, well, you know, the body is like the mind of the body. I just need some kind of bulletproof excuse, anything to get me out of this class. And into a cloud of translucent mist. Translucent mist can't exercise. Tell them you're dead. Mist can't exercise. Aww. Oh yeah, I can do that. The best thing about being a vampire is that you're always remembering powers you forgot you had. Liam instantly becomes an immaterial cloud of vapor with Liam's exact face. It's really a gaseous form, but you were trying to be polite. Just then, Coach comes over and makes you guys exercise. Alright, kids, up and at 'em! You know what I say, early to bed, early to rise. Makes a man healthy, wealthy, and push-ups. Oh, I love the Coach, but I seem to be an intangible cloud of uniform particles at the moment. Holy moly, you are, aren't you? No muscle mass at all. A very serious case indeed. Well, don't worry, Foggy buddy. I'll devise a special exercise routine to get you back in shape. The routine involves 10 minutes of trying to escape a vacuum cleaner. rhythmic gymnastics, and squats somehow. Liam will probably hate you forever. You lose 2 charm and 1 fun. My fun! You couldn't take away my smarts.
Alright.
Alright. When you arrive at their table, you find that Polly and Liam aren't eating. They're just taking pictures of their food. Welcome to the Don't Need to Eat, so we just take dope food pics zone, baby! We believe that food, like children, should be seen and not tasted. Yeah, I mean, have you ever tasted a baby? Have you? I don't know, maybe. My weekends are usually kind of a blur, like last Saturday. There will be plenty of time to chronicle your sex exploits later, Polly. Right now, we need to focus on these food pics. While Liam and Polly are busy bantering, you were busily arranging a dope food pic of your own. And now to complete your masterpiece, a food pic, but instead of just food, it's a bottle of whiskey. A food pic of Liam taking a food pic. So, meta. You level your phone at Liam just as he's about to snap a food pic. But his vampire reflexes are too quick for you. Trying to out-meta the meta master Artie. We'll see about that. Liam levels his phone at Polly just as she's about to take a food pic. Now we're taking a food pic of a food pic of a food pic of a food pic. Are we pointing thumbs at each other now? I would like to. Suddenly, Polly's got her phone pointed at you. It's a food pic of a food pic of a food pic of a food pic of a food pic. We've done it. We've created the meta triangle, the most meta shape in our existence. This is our finest hour. The world around you dissolves into green columns of numbers and letters. You've done it. You can see the code. You are the one. The programming of the video game you are in awards you by raising your relation points with the character known as Liam.
Alright.
You can use more charm. The day you never dodgeball match takes place, but the match isn't as important as the human interactions within it. You're at your peak when you decide to go for the overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally memorized. It's the most epic wink ever. Damn, you know how to win over people's hearts. You gain 2 charm. In the middle of everything, a portal opens up and swallows Vera, Polly, and Liam. You dive in to rescue them and straight into the season finale of the Interdimensional Bachelor. Good lord. Help, I'm in danger of spraining my eyes from rolling them so hard. Oh my god, we're on a game chat! Yes, indeed. Tonight, you 3 will answer a series of trivia questions. Whoever gets the most points becomes my... I'm gonna win! I don't even care what the prize is! Your what? Your why? What a revolting premise. So you're saying we're supposed to respond to a series of questions and scenarios? Our answers to which will make us more or less likely to achieve a romantic outcome with you. That is extremely problematic. I can't think of anyone who would ever want to play such a tawdry dating game. Everybody stop raising reasonable questions so I can hear the first question! That's the spirit. Question number 1. Describe your ideal marriage proposal. But before Polly can answer, you buzz in yourself. Now's your chance to give an answer that will end the competition and send the prince packing. Your unhinged please pour out. I present to you my grandmother's wedding ring, still attached to my naked grandmother. Please. You unhinge your jaw and let the bees pour out. You definitely couldn't do this back in your home dimension. Ah, stop that! You're supposed to answer with words, not bees! Probably should have specified that. Bees seem like a legitimate answer to me. What, are you against avant-garde forms of expression? Words are so passé. Oh man, I was gonna say face. You totally stole my answer! Wait, I've got it! Polly unhinges her ghostly jaw and thousands of locusts pour out. Damn, you wish you thought of locusts? Locusts are way cooler. It doesn't matter though, the prince is so busy fending off bugs, he can't focus on keeping you in his dimension. You all teleport back home. You are pleased with your victory, although your throat is a little hoarse, which is ironic because a little horse isn't what came out of your mouth. You gained 2 creativity and 1 boldness. Ooh, look how evened out I am.
All right.
More or less. I wanted to get money. I'll go have some fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. At one point, one the small magical Latino cat slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him that you somehow steal 2 fun from him. Hooray! Suddenly, you hear Scott cry out, "Liam, look out!" You turn to see the source of the commotion. Scott has accidentally thrown a football straight at Liam, who is peacefully reading in the grass. Liam looks up to see the football and freezes. Liam, you gotta move! The ball's gonna hit you! I can't find stalwartly refuse to hone my reflexes in any way as a protest against sports. It's a good thing Scott threw the ball so incredibly high, it means you have those views against the act. How will you avert this calamity? Like a sexy Secret Service agent, you break into sprint and fling yourself into the ball's path. Time slows to a crawl. You see Scott's terrified face. No! Liam! And Liam struggling to maintain indifference. Whatever. The ball bounces harmlessly off your chest. The day is saved. That actually wasn't a very big deal at all. But it totally made you look like a badass in front of the 2 of them. Plus, time stays to slow down for the next 10 minutes, so you get to steal everybody's wallets. You gain 2 money and 1 boldness.
All right.
Oh, mate. You find Liam artfully arranging his food while Miranda diligently sorts her silverware. Neither of them is eating, obviously. Have you found it yet? I'm trying, Liam, but finding the perfect silverware for your cafeteria food pick is an art, not a science. How hard can it be? It's just silverware. Just silverware? And I suppose the food in your food pick is just food? No, it's a metaphor for urban consumption in a postmodern industrialized mega society. Well, my silverware is a metaphor for silverware. Yes, is that not enough? It's more than enough, but hurry it along. The lighting is perfect right now, and I don't want to lose it. You're a bit of a silverware aficionado yourself. Maybe you can speed up the selection process while simultaneously demonstrating your knowledge. Try the picture fork. It's a fork for taking pictures of. The picture fork? Miranda, why didn't you suggest the picture fork? I don't know. It seemed too on the nose, and the fork does not belong on one's nose. But look at this fork. It's so vintage, slightly tarnished silver on pineapple fillet. Yes, it was manufactured thusly by the palace queensmiths. Don't tell me that. It makes it less authentic. Just place it in the correct location for my food pick. Very well. The correct location is across the plate, as if left haphazardly while enjoying a delicious meal. So nonchalant. I love it. I am so impressed with your selection. He spends hours with you after lunch, picking out filters. You missed class, but it was worth it.
All right.
Alright. I'll get some muttons. Bet that you spend some time in the library's PCs managing your start trigger. You decide to deceive lots of people with a lot of sensationalized video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain a lot of money. 100,000 money. But almost everything goes to cover costs, and you only keep 2 money. You come to as if you had been knocked out or drugged or something, to the sound of "Welcome back to Season 2 of the Interdimensional Bachelor. Today's competitors are last season's flaw in the cogs, Yellow, and an army of sexy werewolves. Hooray! What's up, losers? For the last time, fuck bench, I'm not a werewolf. Perhaps not, but you have a fiery temperament, wolf-like drive, and killer abs, so it's close enough. Yeah, bro! One of us! One of us! One of us! I thought we were going to do a sports game! Sports game! Sports game! We are, my dear sweet army of sexy werewolves. And Yellow. We are! In fact, it's time for our first round. Are you ready? For your first test of speed, strength, and skill of the Interdimensional Bachelor Season 2, it's time to see which of you incredible icons can sign your name on this legally binding document that is in no way a marriage contract the fastest. You can see the werewolves' tails wagging in anticipation, ready to prove themselves the fastest athletes. And Damien is cracking his knuckles, not about to be outdone. If you don't step in, at least one or two of these people are going to end up married to the prince out of sheer competitiveness. Thinking quickly, you sign the name of Tyro the Terrible, sending him the contract. Damn it. Never did you think you'd be able to outrun a werewolf, much less 5, plus 1 double. But in circumstances such as these, with so much at stake, something simply kicks in. What the hell, man? If I'm going to get shown up by someone, I want it to be a pro athlete, not Yellow. Yeah, bro, no fair. Rematch, rematch, rematch. Of what rematch are you speaking? All of you turners to see you with the tiny figure of Tyrelia, the terrible and enormous robot. Hello, middle friend. I think you may be confused as to where you are. I am not confused. I am here for my spouse, Yellow. But this cannot be! Yellow is currently a contestant on the interdimensional TV series, The Interdimensional Bachelor, where their prize is an unfailing and loveless marriage to me! Yellow signed a legally binding marriage contract by writing my name. With my name in the writing, we are now legally wed. Thus goes robot law. Fuck, you totally should have read more about robot law before trying a risky gambit like this. Now you're married to a robot! Haha, now Yellow is married to a robot! Nerd! Congrats, you two! I hope you'll be very happy together! Fuck this. Before you know it, all of us will be married to robots. I'm getting out of here. Before the prince or Tyrion can stop him, Damien punches a hole through the dimension, rips it open, and allows you and your classmates to escape. Unfortunately, everyone is going to make fun of you until the end of time for getting married to a robot, and you lose a lot of their respect. In this case, that translates to 2 charm and 1 boldness.
All right.
And if it dies from it, at one point you're about to be eliminated by a player from the other team, but suddenly you convince him not to throw the ball at you with a heartfelt speech about the importance of everyone's lives. The player bursts into tears, and you take advantage of that moment of weakness throwing a ball at him. You lose 5 mercy that might be useful in Monster Prom's sequel, but isn't now. And you gain 2 charm. Afterwards, Liam walks up to you extremely nonchalantly. It's ridiculous how little he cares about this walk. After considerable thought, I've come to the conclusion that you're not a complete poser. And seeing as I could use a partner for my tragically hip late night excursions, consider yourself invited tonight, 3 a.m. I'm sure you'll have no trouble coming up with an appropriately underground destination. I mean, it's not like I don't know any cool places to go or anything. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to prove yourself. Liam vanishes in a cloud of mist and angst. You've got 12 hours to choose the trendiest spot nobody's ever heard of. Metropolis's most exclusive new nightclub. Asterisk. Yeah? Oh, thank God. You meet Liam in front of Asterisk at precisely 3:18 a.m. Being on time is for posers. It's a club so exclusive, even you haven't heard of it before. You had to snag an invite from a time-traveling version of yourself from the future. Metropolis's hippest club is a satanic diaper orgy inside a decommissioned ravioli factory run by mice who love disco. Liam takes one look at the magnificent entryway made of a stone and whale carcass and the concept of entropy, and his jaw drops. Asterisk? But I thought it was a myth. I've heard rumors that they've got everything here. Used crabs, police brutality, even the frozen food aisle from a discount supermarket. My God, they've even got a downstairs sub-dungeon where you can relax in the human jacuzzi. I mean, this is pretty cool, I guess. In case you were wondering, a human jacuzzi is when you sit in a circle of a bunch of naked people and spit hot water at you. While a bunch of naked people spit hot water at you, you gain 2 creativity and 1 fun. I'm so creative.
All right.
Alright. The table you chose is quite crowded. Liam sits across from Miranda, who is flanked by 2 well-dressed servants. One of them cuts a slice of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. Seriously, Miranda, you have servants to chew your food for you?
Disgusting!
What? Of course not. That would be barbaric. The servant happily swallows the Salisbury steak. I have servants to eat for me. They're called eating serfs. Don't you have any? First of all, no, I don't eat food. Second of all, that totally defeats the purpose of eating. Aren't you worried about starving? Why would I be? My serfs get all the calories I need to stay fit and healthy.
Enough.
I have no objective reason to care about this. for Miranda, but suddenly it's all I care about. Someone convince Miranda to stop this madness. Maybe he should start this madness. But Miranda, look at the contented smile on the serpent's face. You think he's eating for you? He's eating for himself? No, it can't be! Gordo, say it isn't true! But Gordo can't say anything because his mouth is full of delicious Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak, which he is obviously eating entirely for his own benefit. Traitorous dog! Do you want me to starve to death? Is that your plan? You think maybe he was just taking advantage of the fact you don't understand how food works? Taking advantage of me, scoundrel? Baby, it's Gordo for me at once! The two serfs look at each other, then stuff as much food as they can into their mouths before fleeing the cafeteria. I ask, how will I ever get my recommended daily allowance of nutrients now? You could try eating. Myself? But how? You and Liam have a ton of fun laughing at Miranda as she learns how to eat food for apparently the first time in her life.
All right.
You know what? I'll go to class. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. Become two smarts. With that out of the way, you hurry away to your secret meeting with Miranda.
How majestic!
Well done, co-conspirator. Operation Make Liam Popular Again is a rousing success. And for the record, I did discover that Liam was popular for a 3-month period in the early 16th century, so the name fits. All that remains is for us to wait for prom and celebrate your deception. I knew it was too good to be true. My idiosyncrasies are remarkable, but they aren't that marketable. That was all a cruel joke, wasn't it? A bet between two popular kids that they could make an outcast loser into prom. Well, guess what? The circus is over, and this clown is climbing into his tiny car and going home. Along with, other tiny clowns, if the metaphor holds, which it doesn't. It was a bad metaphor. Goodbye. No, Liam, I wasn't trying to be mean. I don't have a mean bone in my body. I don't even have bones. You might check that affirmation later. Oh, fish sticks. If we don't do something to fix all this, all our hard work and subterfuge will be for naught. But how can we make amends? Surely not with some sort of outright romantic gesture defying all logic. Tell Miranda not to worry. You've seen plenty of teen rom-coms. You know how this part goes. Race to the airport. Oh, I should have gone for the one with the money. I thought I was so charming. But Liam isn't asthma. No time for reasonable concerns. You've got a plane to catch. You speed to the airport. Charge through security. Room your way in onto a plane to Croatia and pour your heart out. Liam, you cried. My morose undead companion. Help you. My heart is a ticking time bomb. To think I inflicted upon you the terror of popularity. What does that make me? Why, a terrorist! I'm a terrorist! And I swear to God, if this plane takes off with you still on it, my heart will literally explode! You had some more bomb-related metaphors ready to go, but this is about the time you get tackled by airport security. It turns out it's not a good idea to board a random aircraft shouting about how you're a terrorist with a bomb for a heart. It also wasn't a good idea to assume Liam was at the airport. He's not. He's at school, in class, where you should be too. You learned a valuable lesson today, which is that you are an idiot. You lose 2 smarts and 1 fun. Well, he's not going to be prom king, so will you still go?
All right.
You finally pluck up your courage to ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. You and me? Psh, I'd rather go to prom. Oh, not again. Wait, that'd be so destructive. Thanks for the insight. Enjoy embracing internal solitude, my friend. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a bag full of garbage to work.
Are you serious?
Ah! I just want to lose her. After that, you were forced to abandon your home to join the underground society of sad people who couldn't get a date for Monster Prom, which is a fancy way of saying you had to live the rest of your life in the fucking sewers. Gross. I will make you mine one day, Liam! Well, that was my 3rd attempt, so this time I'm going to attempt to go for other people, like Polly and Damien and Scott, and those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we are and who we could be. And you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Instagram filters. Scott became an athlete not so long ago. He won prestigious national award for being the best at doing sports. Kara really built the Oberlin Empire into endless greatness. They own a shameless number of companies. It's known that they are also into lots of sketchy businesses, but no one does anything about it. I mean, who in the hell would try to stop Baron Oberlin? During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and then it was gone just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were lots of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Alright, so Liam is probably the hardest to woo. At least for me, anyway. So, if you have any tips for me on how to woo Liam, that would be greatly appreciated. But I'm gonna let the credits roll out. But that is the end of the episode. And always, stay lucky.